Y'all don't laugh at the headset now. No, I'm not trying to be like my hero Dion, but don't expect your wife to like seeing you wear it though. Kelly hates it on me. We got done with about all the hooded spraying that we can do yesterday. We got 220 acres of cotton covered, and the rest of my cotton not quite big enough to go across it with a hooded sprayer. Probably try and do it about the last part of next week. So I had to hit a few grassy spots in our corn, a few grassy spots in our later cotton yesterday, and then with increased rain chances for today, we now got like a 70% chance of rain for like 3/4 of an inch to an inch of rain. Looked at some of my wheat beans, and they're starting to grow quickly. They're at the second, third trifoliate, so I decided we're going to try and hit some of these with some prefix and Roundup, get them cleaned up and get that reflex and dual incorporated, and hopefully don't have to worry about pickweeds on this. So we're wrapping up what's over here in Crockett County now, which is about half of our wheat bean acres. Our Madison County beans aren't quite big enough yet, so we'll probably hit them up next week. But I mean, this week been really beneficial. Crops are really kind of turning around. We got at least some rain almost every day this week. You know, 1/10 of an inch here, 1/4 of an inch there, and we're not wet or muddy by any chance. But after another 1/10 of an inch last night, the fields are just a tad sticky for the first time, and I don't know when. But this rain is hitting us just about right. The corn started tasseling good this week. Pollinating, temperatures are moderate, got moisture. Shouldn't have any problems with the corn pollinating, which is going to put us at a huge advantage over last year. These wheat beans start to take off, and you know, the only crop that I'm really concerned about is our cotton crop. Not that because it looks bad. I mean, it actually looks really, really good if it was about 3 to 3.5 weeks ago. But it really starting to get its feet under it and take off and grow. You know, that 45 acres we didn't have to replant, it's looking really, really good. But the rest of the cotton that we replanted had, I don't know, like another 130 acres. It's not looking great at all. Actually, the replanted cotton is catching up to it quickly and probably going to surpass it. I just think that cotton lost a lot of vigor. We had some stand reduction from not having a perfect stand to begin with, and then some 3-corner alfalfa hoppers. So it's going to be what it's going to be. In hindsight though, I wish I'd replanted that last farm that I kept. It would probably be looking better than what it is right now. But the vast majority of our cotton, to make good yields, going to need a lot of heat. It's got some serious catching up to do. I mean, as it is, if it keeps developing normally, it looks like we're going to have maybe 3 weeks to set all of the bolls that we're going to harvest, because it's still probably, close to 2 weeks away from getting our first bloom on that. So really, really concerned about it. Even though it looks good, if we don't have a long enough growing season, ain't gonna be a dang thing I can do about it. So the ideal weather situation for us from here on out, the good Lord sees fit to bless us with it, is average temperatures from here until about the first, second week of August. Highs in the low 90s. And then after that, the rest of August and all of September to have a hot August and September. That way we'll have maximum productivity on our corn. It won't suffer from the high temperatures and won't mature out too quickly. Then after the corn hits black layer, we'll still continue to have warm temperatures to really push that cotton. I've seen it happen before. Definitely didn't happen last year, but a couple years ago we had a really warm September, and it really helped set the cotton crop, and that's exactly what we need again this year. Y'all don't laugh at the headset now. No, I'm not trying to be like my hero Dion, but I got tired of having to dig phones out of my pocket when I had greasy hands, or having to unclip it from the phone holder and all that kind of stuff. So I was going to make a change, and I've worn this thing for like 3 days now, and man, you talking about a lifesaver. And the audio quality on it is phenomenal. I tested it out on Kelly. As soon as I got it, I went and stood right beside her running tractor, and she couldn't tell I was standing right beside the tractor. The audio quality on it is phenomenal. Best Bluetooth device I've ever used. In case you're wondering, it's a Blue Parrot Model 550, I believe, just in case you're in the market for something like that. Don't know what the durability is going to be or anything like that, but so far the operation of it, it's doing a fantastic job. But don't expect your wife to like seeing you wear it though. Kelly hates it on me. Well, we got caught up on our soybean spraying, and looks like I just traded one sprayer for another one. And what we're doing is beginning the chore I'm gonna have for the rest of the summer of riding around my fields, doing some scouting, and getting those pigweeds. Zero tolerance. And we haven't run our hooded sprayer through this field yet. This cotton's still just a little too short for it. And anyway, hooded sprayer wouldn't get those big pigweeds. They're right there in the row. And we don't have many of them out here, but they are scattered, especially around the edges of the fields. We had the corn crop doing terrible last year. Didn't have an opportunity for the corn to stay green, and dropped a lot of those bottom leaves, and let some sunlight get down there where we had some late season rains there in July and August. And guess we had a few that got by us that we couldn't see, put out some seeds. So trying to keep them cleaned up. But yeah, this is what I'm going to be doing almost every evening, probably all the way through the middle of September. Just scouting all my crops. Well, you about ready to call it a week?
Hey, I'm ready if you are.
Hey, yeah, I'm not quite done spraying yet, but it's around noon on a Saturday. I know a youngin' like you got plenty of places you could be.
Oh yeah. Well,
hey.
I mean, I've got at least the back rows. They're all pretty clean except for this last one.
So, all right.
And I touched pretty good on the front ones. So.
All right, well, sounds good. Well, leave everything out when I get done spraying. I'm not young like you. I don't have any Saturday plans, so I'll probably come down here and try and get this thing finished up.
I just say I have plans while I'm young. I don't know what my plans are.
Well, it's been a real successful week. We got cotton sprayed for bugs, got 11,000 bushels or so hauled, got the hooded sprayer run on over 200 acres, got wheat bean sprayed, got some corn sprayed for weeds, pigweeds scouted, taken care of, planter almost clean. For a 4th of July week, that's been pretty productive.
That's a pretty good week for the day off.
Well, you're not tired of driving yet, are you?
Oh no, I can never get tired of driving.
All right, well good, because you got a lot more coming up this week.
Oh yeah, lots of miles.
Just come on in Monday morning, get started hauling on that wheat, just like we've been doing, 4 loads a day. Maybe we'll get the majority of it hauled next week.
Oh yeah, I've got my load already ready. So
all right.
I'll be here and hauling by the time you open your eyes.
All right, I'll see you Monday.
All righty.
As you can tell, it's been a theme this week of spray, and haul, and this next week, not gonna be much different. But we're cotton farmers. We can't just take off and go to the lake. Well guys, we're going to begin this week not by going spraying like I said last week, but by taking a road trip to potentially go spend some of that money we're going to make this fall. All right guys, where we are going today is we're going down to Arley, Alabama to look at litter spreaders. Now, why are you not spraying today, you might ask? Seemed like you got a lot of spraying to do today. Yeah, we did. Reason we're not spraying today is because it is too wet to spray. That's right, you heard me right, it is too wet to spray. Over the weekend, well, Saturday, late Saturday afternoon and Sunday, we had probably the most perfect rainfall that I could imagine. We had a grand total of about 2.5 inches of rain on 2 separate rain events over 2 days that took about 10 hours to fall. So every drop of it soaked in. It's muddy out there, believe it or not. First time it's been muddy around here in probably 2 months. So thanks the good Lord for sending it to us. I mean, it didn't make our crop, but it sure went a long ways towards getting it to the finish line, especially our corn crop. With the rain we got today, 1 to 2 more rains, we're going to have a good corn crop. I'm really thankful for it. So with all the spraying we do have to do, decided to take the day to go look at litter spreaders, learn a little bit more about them. I've never actually seen a pull type litter spreader up close. There's no really dealers of them in West Tennessee that have any. There's places I can get them, but none for me to look at. So this place sells quite a bit of BBI spreaders, and based on my research, everybody I talk to, BBI or Salford is a highly recommended brand in litter spreaders. So this is the closest places to us that sells them. So we're going to go down here and look at them. Not going to buy one today, but it gives me a lot better idea of exactly what I'm looking at and what I need to be looking for on a spreader, because I've done made up my mind. We're going to get us a litter spreader. It's going to be a lot of money. But hey, with that rain that we just got, with the amount of money it did make me for this fall, I kind of made up my mind that we're going to go get a litter spreader. I mean, after all, we got 765 tons of chicken litter on the ground for our wheat ground yet, and we saw how much trouble we had getting this spread this spring, and I don't want to be in that same boat again. So I really believe in using chicken litter. I believe in what it does for our yields, our sustainability of our farm and everything. And I'm gonna keep on using it as long as I can get my hands on it. So I got 2 problems, the availability in getting it and then getting it spread. So the availability stuff, I can't do anything about that. I'm kind of at the mercy of the chicken houses and other bigger farmers who outbid me and everything else. I'm kind of at the mercy of that, but I'm not going to be at the mercy of not being able to get it spread. So I think I've come to realize that on my chicken litter, I'll be able to get the chicken litter I need. I just got to take it at a time that nobody else wants it and stockpiles it, which is the summer when nobody else really wants to litter, but these chicken houses still got to get cleaned out. So it might not still be as reliable as what it has been for me in the past, but I do feel like I will be able to get some. And like I said, with this big rain that we got and what it can potentially do for our yields, I always got to keep in mind, my tax situation for the coming up year. With the tax brackets that we're normally in, with the potential income that I'm looking at, every dollar I spend can potentially save me 20 to 30 cents of income tax. And it's not like we're just going out and buying something we don't need just to be spending money. We're buying a piece of equipment that hopefully will serve us well and make us money going forward. So right now be a good time to buy. All right, it's gonna take me about 3 more hours to get there. I'm not gonna make y'all wait that long, so I'm gonna put y'all there the snap of my fingers. And just like that, we're here. All right, well, they got a whole bunch of cattle, hay, manure equipment out here. All right, so anyway, what we're looking at here is 2 spreaders. These are both 16-foot models. I'm thinking for the tonnage I want to run, I'm thinking I want at least a 20-foot, if not a 24-foot model, but obviously they're going to be more expensive, and prices have gone up since they brought these in. So really trying to decide, what's going to be the best bang for my buck but I mean, they're pretty simple. You got a buggy hopper. All of these have got the heavy duty 88T chains in them. Got a slat every link and a half and it's supposed to work for line too, in case we ever needed to use it for line. Got hydraulic. I think they're 30-inch spreaders. I've gotten a wide range of opinions on what kind of spread pattern we get. Some people told me 30 foot, some people told me 32 foot, some people told me 40 foot, and the brochure claimed 50 foot. I know it all depends on the litter type that you got, the density, how wet it is, all that stuff plays a factor into how far it spreads. So I don't know, but I'm hoping I can get 40 foot with this. It's definitely not going to be as high capacity as a self-propelled spreader, but those things are a whole lot more. And right now, the ones that they got are all just manual valves, no rate controller or anything. I know I definitely want a rate controller to either be able to variable rate or speed up and slow down as we go through the fields and keep the rate consistent. And it's going to include about $2,000 worth of servo valves. I think I can use the same Raven 660 rate controller that we use in our fertilizer business on this. Just got to get the correct wiring for it. But don't use any tractor hydraulics, which I really like. Got a PTO shaft, self-contained hydraulic unit that drives your chain and the spreaders, and I really like that part of it. But after talking with a dealer, one option I was definitely wanting was scales on, because I never spread litter. I know each load of litter can vary depending on how dry it is, all that kind of stuff. And just to make sure we get as accurate application as possible, I was really wanting scales on there, because we never spread litter before. But it looks like that's going to be about a $10,000 option from the factory. I called my folks at Central City Scale, who we bought our drain buggy scale system from, and they can sell me a scale package for about half of that. Just got to put it on myself, and it's going to be a little more involved to install than what I thought it'd be. But $10,000 is definitely not feasible on a scale system, but $5,000 to make sure it's right is a lot more. So I have some mind on that right now. But basically, I've never been around one of these, never seen one. I've seen pictures of them, but I wanted to come down here and lay my eyes on them and just see exactly what we're working with, what the different options would look like. And my opinion, it's overpriced for what you're getting. I mean, you're getting a big old hunk of steel, not a whole lot of technology, plain Jane, mechanical, which I like, but for what we're paying for it, I mean, these are listed at, they got one listed at $37,000, one listed at $40,000. Man, stuff is gone up. But if I'm going to order one, I need to order it before August, because I think the rep told me they're going to get like another 4% increase come August for the new model year. So I know we're going to do it, so I need to go ahead and pull the trigger on it. Just need to figure out exactly what I want, what model I'm going to buy, what length it's going to be, and who I'm going to buy it from. Well, I think what I need to see here, I guess it's time to make my way back to West Tennessee, get out of Alabama here before I get lynched. Rocky Top on my phone plays one more time. I might just be strung up from the nearest tree. All right, our water truck is loaded to the gills with chemicals. It's Tuesday morning. We got safely back from Alabama yesterday without being lynched. Cotton Scout called. We got lots of spraying to do this week. But first up, we got to finish spraying our wheat beans that we started last week. We got about half of them done. The ones we already sprayed, they're good and scorched, but they got plenty of moisture on them. They're going to come back with a vengeance and look fantastic here in about a week or so. But we got to get the rest of the wheat beans, and then we got a lot of cotton to spray. So y'all already seen the bean crop. I'll bring you back when we get to the cotton.
I'm getting the low end of the stick today. Everyone's got air-conditioned equipment. Carter ran off in the Can-Am to go spray the zombie trail before he could give me a ride back. So now I'm walking back after filling up the bin. And then I have to go fill up Matt and then take the truck back, fill it back up again, and then I guess we're going to another farm, and then hopefully by the time Andy comes back, Carter will be done. If not, I have to help Carter. So I'm the person who's literally between everybody all the time. I might be able to eat lunch around dinner. Beautiful July day to keep spraying everything. Literally everything. So we're out here spraying double crop soybeans, and then we have to turn around and spray cotton again because we have a bug infestation, aka plant bugs. So I'm out here basically being everything. I have been filling up the truck, filling up the bin, spraying around the shop, basically being everyone's gopher for the past week and a half. And now I am water truck person again. It's funny how I always get kicked out of the sprayer. Yeah, so I'm like everything, everyone. I have to do everything in between. So, and it's hot and moist out here. But so we are out here spraying to get rid of all these lovely grasses. And you can see where the wheat was loaded on the truck. Really proud of my beans. They're looking really good. We got 2.5 inches of rain this past weekend, so everything's really popping up, and so is the weeds. So that's why we're out here today spraying some Roundup and Prefix. Get rid of all these unnecessary grasses out here, and then we will swap over to cotton later this afternoon. We also have another pest this year that is in everyone's fields, and that is deer. Look at this. They are in everyone's fields eating everyone's beans, and it has become a problem. I drive by and I see 10, 15 in the field. Look at this. I'm gonna guarantee way back there in that field we've got deer damage. Oh, this is look at that. Look at all the deer. They're just having a field day. Ooh, we might have to apply for a permit and start popping them off. Like I said, we weren't the only ones with the problems. This is bad. I'm sure when Matt gets back there in the way back, he's going to see that we probably have a bigger problem.
Alright, well, we finally got done with the beans and just got loaded up with some plant bug juice to spray our cotton with. Right now we're on the Smith family. This is 110 acres of some later planted cotton that I did not replant, and after looking at it, I realized I most definitely made the correct decision in replanting all the rest of that cotton, because this cotton looks like crap. I think it just lost its vigor. We had some stand reduction due to 3-corner alfalfa hoppers, and this cotton should be a lot farther along than what it is. As it is, I've got some replanted cotton that was planted several days after this that has blown by this like it's sitting still. Especially right here around the inrows, it just looks plumb terrible. You know, some places just ain't a whole lot of cotton out here. But that's what we got this year. There's no going back. There ain't no changing it. There ain't no improving it. It's just trying to make the best out of a bad situation on this farm and pick as much as we can. Now, you look out here at the rest of the field, and it's better. But, you know, there's definitely some bad places out here just like this. Anyway, what we're fighting right now is plant bugs. You know, it took us forever to get rid of our thrip problem, for the cotton to outgrow it. We had to spray some of our cotton, I think, at least 2, possibly some of it even 3 times for thrips. And well, just as bad as the thrips were this year, it looks like plant bugs are going to be just the same, because I've got one farm, our earliest planted cotton, that we're going to spray for the 3rd week in a row for plant bugs, just cause they just keep moving in. There are a lot of them moving in out of the corn that's surrounding it. But I've never had this bad plant bug pressure this early in the year before. So it could very well be a long year on plant bugs. I'll stop when we get to a different farm, got a little bit better looking cotton, and that way you guys got something to look at, show you just from the ground just what it looks like.
Lots of hours later, and swapping over to cotton. Here we are. It is 7:47. Might be a good sunset tonight. But there's a theme for every farm that we've gone to today that has cotton. Pigweeds and poop. Every farm we've had to stop and get out. There's no wind. It's extremely moist outside. Whew. But this cotton is really coming along. It's looking nice, considering it really looked bad about a week ago. It's amazing what some rain will do. So you can see where we have some bug damage. That's why we're spraying. Guys think it's an all-you-can-eat buffet out here. That is on the other side of that. Boop. Spraying that field over there. I remember a lot of this cotton. In fact, 80% of it was replanted, so you got these little lone wolves in here. And then look at all these weeds. Ooh. What in the world? Here come the geese. Y'all better keep on going. Don't you stop over here. Bad enough I got deer eating my soybeans. Go! Look at these guys. Look. Really dysfunctional. They can't even like fly in a V. There is a pond over there. I'm hoping that. Yep, they're just gonna keep on flying. Not everything is sunshine and roses. I mean, look at that. I know a lot of people like to show just the pretty parts. Not us. We show it all. Pretty, nasty, ugly, gorgeous. We're an equal opportunity farm over here. But this is, I mean, like, really come along. A week ago, I didn't think this was going to make it, but it's looking good. Oh, there he is. He's over there. I'm ready for shower and food. And then we get to do it all over again tomorrow at like 7 o'clock in the morning, so it's going to be great.
Oh man, look at that sunset right there. 8 o'clock, got about 410 acres covered today. We're gonna call it a day, go home. And someone already got that truck fired up, she ready to go. Honking that horn at me.